And welcome to the May 12th, 2026 Water and Sewer Board Board meeting. And first thing I'd like to ask the board members if they've looked over, is there anything on the consent agenda that you'd like to take off and discuss later in the meeting? Hearing notes, I then keep everything on the consent agenda. And we'll start by approving of the consent agenda, which consists of the minutes of the Water and Sewer Utility Board meeting on April the 21st of 2026. Excuse me. The payroll week ending April the 19th of 2026, which was for $521,353.54. The payroll week ending April the 26th of 2026 was for $194,478.92. Also, the payroll of the week ending May 3rd of 2026, which was for $483,958.49. Also, it included accounts payable voucher register, the pay request, which is found in Appendix A. Also, the Baker Tilly update scope of work. It addresses engagements for the water utility and sewer works, including rate studies, cost of service studies, bonds, and continuing disclosure services recommended by Keith Penny. What will also include the consent agenda includes the water line extension, Daylight Estates, which was for $650 by Cash Wagner and Associates, and that's PD 1118. And then we have the water line extension at Briar Point in section 4, which is $750. And this is a Cash Wagner and Associate, PD 1022. We also have the sanitary sewer extension in Briar Point, section 4, which fee was $2,122. It's by Cash Wagner and Associates, and it's PD 1021. These were all recommended by Doug Oldham. I would entertain a motion to accept this, our consent agenda for the day.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. I vote aye and the motion carries. Next, we will go into bids. The first is to open bids for the water service line investigation replacement on Cardinal and Indiana, which is 1302. This is being recommended by Jennifer Kane and Ryan Meyer. Hi, Jennifer.
Well, hello. Good afternoon to the board and directors. This project received permission to advertise on April 7th. Through this project, the contractor will secure property right of entry forms and investigate water service line materials for approximately 200 services within the project limits and includes replacements as required. And we'd like to entertain the bids received.
We'll go to work on that then. The first one I have in front of me is Blankenberger Brothers, Inc. And their bid is for $736,780. The next bid I have here is Dyke Brothers Lumber and Construction Company, Inc. Their bid is $659,739. We now have one from Infrastructure Systems and LLC. Their bid was for $922,800. Our last one is from Coberstein Contracting, Inc. And their bid is for $1,006,013.00. What would you like me to do with these?
Thank you. These bids will be reviewed by our designer, HNTB, with input from city purchasing. At this time, I'd like to take the bids under advisement for review and return at a later date and make a recommendation to the.
I would entertain a motion that we take these bids under review. So move. Have a motion and a second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. I vote aye and the motion carries.
Thank
We
you.
take them under advisement. Some point, yes, please. Our next piece of business is to approve the bid recommendations in the amount of 12,000. I'm sorry, let's try $12,345,660. This is to Dyke Brothers Lumber and Construction, Inc. for the water treatment plant improvements. Bid package number 2, which is project U1276. This is being recommended by Logan Group and Ryan Meyer. Afternoon, Logan.
Thank you. Good afternoon. So we opened bids for this project U1276 of improvements at the water treatment plant on April 21st. We received 2 bids that were read aloud, and the apparent low bidder was Dyke Brothers. Their base bid amount of $12,202,160 was about 8.6% lower than the final engineer's estimate, which was $13,359,000. This low bid has been reviewed by the project designer, Black & Beach, and found to be in compliance with all of the bidding specifications. And this was also reviewed by city purchasing and EWSU legal counsel and received positive recommendations. I would just like to clarify on the bid opening sheet on April 21st, the engineer's estimate was listed at $10,800,000. Earlier that day, just a few hours prior to the board meeting, we received the updated engineer's estimate of probable construction cost, which was $13,359,000. And that was due to some late stage design changes from 90% to 100% that we received that updated engineer's estimate. It just didn't make it onto the bid opening sheet whenever we read them aloud on April 21st. So all that being said, I would like to recommend award to Dyke Brothers and the amount stated. Happy to answer any questions.
Would you state the amount again, please?
The bid award,
Yes.
the award amount is $345,660.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Logan, what's the difference between the award amount you've got here and you indicated in the, in your statement that their bid was for $12,212,160?
That was the base bid amount. We included in the in the bidding specifications of voluntary alternate.
Okay.
That was the difference amount.
And we're going to accept that alternate.
We are going to entertain that discussion. It's a means and methods alternate that we're going to discuss at the construction kickoff, which is yet to be scheduled.
All right. Okay. Are you and I clear now?
So the alternate is included in this amount is the way I'm.
Yes.
understanding that?
Correct. Correct.
So basically, they're asking for approval of the higher amount, and then they'll make the choice of which way they want to go.
To cover the alternate.
Right.
Correct. The alternate is purely contractor means and methods that we've yet to sit down and discuss with the contractor until we can approve an award. So we brought the motion to accept the base bid plus the voluntary alternate.
Clarified.
Do you have a question?
No, I understand, yeah.
You good? Okay. Are there any other questions or comments? Seeing none, then I would entertain a motion to approve the bid recommendation in the amount of $12,345,660 to Dyke Brothers Lumber and Construction, Inc. for the water treatment plant improvements. That's bid package number 2, project U1276.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. I vote aye and the motion carries.
Thanks.
Thank you. Now go into old business and we'll deal with the water part first. And that's the first item is to approve the change order number 3 in the increased amount of $1,875,456.58 to Blankenberger Brothers, Inc. for the Lloyd for You, Lloyd Expressway, T Couple Avenue to 9th Avenue Water Main Relocation, U1216, being recommended by Jennifer Kane and Ryan Meyer. Hi, Jennifer.
Hello.
Explain how you got them.
Sure.
Almost a $2 million change order.
Sure. I'm seeking approval of change order number 3 to Blankenberger Brothers as an intermediate change order to the construction contract amount. Change order number 3 is a total increase to the contract price of $1,875,456.58. That creates 4 new pay items and it includes the addition of 92 calendar days. The additional pay items include open cut installation method, jack and bore preparation, jack and bore removal, and maintenance of traffic of the open cut installation. And it reduces the quantity to pay item W13, which is 24-inch ductile iron restrained joint pipe, trenchless 42-inch steel casing by trenchless installation by 218 linear feet. The need to change the installation method from a trenchless to open cut is the result of groundwater being present across the full alignment of the proposed trenchless crossing, which is inaccessible to effectively dewater due to the presence of the roadway. The contractor worked with EWSU on alternate trenchless solutions prior to deciding to the open cut installation method. But the solutions were all dependent on establishing an effective dewatering system due to the depth of the proposed 24-inch water main. Installation via open cut allows the water main to be elevated above the groundwater, providing a higher degree of control over the influence. The maintenance of traffic is an important part of the installation method, as the original design called for minimal disturbance to the traffic to the Lloyd Expressway. The MOT was revised to allow for the water main installation in coordination with the existing MOT that's already in place on the Lloyd Expressway for NDOT's active construction project. The adjustment of time includes 92 calendar days for completion of the work associated with change order number 3. When combined with the previous change orders, the total increase amount is 23.7% of the original contract. The majority of the change order items presented to the board could not have been reasonably foreseen, while added scope accounts for only 3.5% of the increase. We have been working with NDOT on the changes, and the work associated with this change order is being reimbursed by NDOT through our current agreement. I recommend approval of change order number 3 in the amount stated. Answer any questions? Yes.
You're gonna make a lot of people unhappy.
Well, yeah, we've been working on that maintenance of traffic.
With intentions of making them unhappy?
No.
Sounds like it. It sure sounded like it.
We had to coordinate with what NDOT currently has out there for their active project right now that they're doing on the west side. So we had to work our MOT to fit in with what they currently have.
So this is reimbursable. So is NDOT aware of this change order? And
Yes, we've been working with NDOT on this and making them aware of the possible solutions. And they are aware of it.
You're going open cut across the Lloyd
Yes.
with that.
By doing this, we were able to raise it to about 9 feet of cover.
Still pretty. Any other questions or comments?
the reimbursement part,
Yes,
they're gonna reimburse you for the 1.8 million and the 300,000 for the last change order, which is about approximately 2 million.
right. So that's what I did want to bring to the attention. It's it is a 23.7% increase,
Yeah.
right? But of that, only for added scope was 3.5%. But yes, it is
scope.
reimbursable.
All of it is.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes it better.
Yeah,
It's right there at St. Joe.
yes, it is the St. Joe crossing.
Not right through the intersection.
It's kind of on the west side of St. Joe. On the west side.
Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, then I would entertain a motion to approve change order number 3 in the increased amount of $1,875,456.58 to Blanken Brothers, Inc. for the Lloyd Expressway, T Couple Avenue to 9th Avenue water main relocation, U1216.
So moved. Second.
Have a motion and a second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Vote aye, motion carries.
Thank you.
Next item is to approve the change order number 2 in the amount of $0 to Dyke Brothers Lumber and Construction for the campground booster station rehabilitation U1207, recommended by Logan Booth and Ryan Marr.
Thank you again.
I like these change orders for zero.
Yeah, $0. It's a time only change order. So it's additional contract time, excuse me, related to delays associated with a few different causes, from changing from the radio to the cellular communication protocol that was brought up in change order 1, for some delays associated with pump startup, and for a little bit of additional scope with some roof repair work that was added to the contractor scope report. As I mentioned, change order 2 is $0, but it's an increase to the contract time of 588 days for substantial completion and 618 days for the final completion. No change to the contract price. It's still $1,036,765. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions, but I would recommend change order 2 for approval.
Does the board have any questions?
Nope.
Seeing none, then would entertain a motion to approve the change order number 2 in the amount of $0 to Dyke Brothers Lumber and Construction Inc. for the campground booster rehabilitation U1207. So
moved.
Second.
have a motion and a second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. I vote aye, and the motion carries. Next is to approve of amendment ID in the amount of $113,000 to United Consulting for the Lloyd Expressway, T Couple Avenue to 9th Avenue water main relocations, U1216, being recommended by Jennifer Kane and Ryan Marr. Amended project design fee will now be $988,000. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm seeking approval of amendment number 1D with United Consulting for the additional tasks associated with their first project assignment. This amendment revises the engineering scope of service as established in previous amendments to include additional tasks associated with the design that were not anticipated at the time of assignment. The additional design scope include the new maintenance of traffic plan to relocate the existing water main across the Lloyd Expressway at the St. Joe Avenue intersection by open cut installation method. VS Engineering designed the MOT plans for the active water main relocation project. And then they also did the active NDOT Lloyd for You project. So United Consulting has partnered with VS Engineering for the design of the new MOT plans for the water main open cut installation method. This is to ensure that the proposed plans consider the MOT in place for the active Lloyd for You project and any required modification to NDOT's current MOT to accommodate our open cut installation method. And I recommend approval of amendment number 1D to United Consulting in the amount stated.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, then I would entertain a motion to approve of amendment number 1D in the amount of $113,000 to United Consulting for the Lloyd for You Lloyd Expressway, Teacup Avenue to the 9th Avenue water main relocation, U1216.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And I vote aye and the motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. We go to D now, which is to approve amendment number 1 in the amount of $134,620 to the existing professional service agreement with Clark Dykes, Inc. for water plant redesign engineering support U1229. It's being recommended by Logan Goff and Ryan Meyer.
Thank you again. So this first amendment to the existing professional service agreement is to continue design review and coordination services for the new water treatment plant and groundwater treatment and well field design upcoming projects. The scope of the existing and original professional services agreement was prepared in late 2023, and it was to review, included to attend review meetings, drawing and specification review of the new surface water treatment plant at the time, and to assist in some regulatory coordination for responses to the rate case that was being prepared, as well as some testimony to the IURC in support of EWSU's changes to include groundwater in our design. In the spring of 2025, EWSU again brought forward a solution that included groundwater rather than proceeding with a strictly surface water solution set. The revised plan was to design upgrades to the existing surface water treatment plant and include groundwater in a blending scenario. So this amendment includes Clark Dietz' time to extend their engineering support for those new scope of services to support the surface water treatment plant projects that are ongoing, as well as the groundwater solution that has been implemented. So I would recommend amendment number 1 for approval, and I'd be happy to answer any questions. I see Sean ready on the mic. He's ready to answer questions as well.
Any questions? So they originally were supposed to design or to increase the amount of water we got out of the river.
So Clark Dietz' time was not for design, it was for design review. So we engaged Clark Dietz in this process to act effectively as an owner's representative, to be a second set of engineering eyes to help us to review plan sets, specifications, bid packages as we got them compiled together. So it was not purely design services, it was review services.
Okay, and so then they need this additional money because there'll be additional work then?
Correct. The original agreement was written around the solution set that was just a new surface water treatment plant. As we've made the shift to include groundwater in our solution set, it's expanded the meetings, the design, the coordination time. So this is for their time to continue in that review capacity to help us effectively as an owner's representative.
You know the amount of the original agreement?
I do. Give me 1 second while I scroll to it. Or if it's in the documentation before I can get to it. And if I don't have it saved, I will get that number to you, Mr. Seaver.
It's $286,840.
Thank you. I've got pages to scroll through. I just wasn't making my way to it.
And then he's asking for the name that, but you'll make it a total of $421,460. Is that correct? amendment time.
Thank you.
Okay. Are there any other additional questions or comments? Seeing none, then I would entertain a motion to approve amendment number one in the amount of $134,620 to the existing professional service agreement with Clark Beach Inc. for the water plant redesign engineering support. And that's U1229.
I'll move.
Second. Have a motion. Have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign. I vote aye and the motion carries. We'll now go to old business under the sewer. And this is to approve amendment number one in the amount of $45,940 to U1212 State Road 57 and Kansas Road Sanitary Sewer Replacement Professional Services Agreement with BLM USA Inc., recommended by Bishop Ferguson and Ryan Meyer. Amendment not to exceed agreement amount of $529,640. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Good
This must be
afternoon.
serious since you came up first.
Good afternoon, Board of Directors. I'm seeking your approval of this amendment number one for the professional service agreement to Aegis. During the design, upon creation of this initial agreement, the scoping report for this project identified 5 potential alignments for the project. They had to base their original agreement off of 3 of those were an alignment that was directly along State Route 57. There were 2 of the alternatives that would direct this same portion of the gravity sewer system along Perlet Creek. So now, throughout the design process, we've selected an alternative that is along the creek. So that has prompted additional permitting and services of that nature for preparation of a Waters of the U.S. report by Aegis directly and then a subconsultant to do the permitting with agencies such as DNR, IDEM, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. So that is the nature of this agreement. It's about a 50-50 cost of what will be dedicated to preparation of that report versus the permits. So this does result in the increase of $45,940, increases the overall not to exceed agreement to $529,640. So that I do recommend approval, and I'll entertain questions you may have.
Do we have questions for Ryan?
Nope.
So by choosing along the creek, and I guess your feeling is that you're going to save on the actual construction then?
No, it was just an alignment that positions it in along a lower terrain. Effectively, there were different methods of install that were proposed along State Route 57, and so we're choosing an installation method that does affect the water body instead. It's a horizontal directional drilling, jack and bore encasement along Kansas, and then additional drilling to get back out to 57. It effectively follows the same alignment as our existing system.
Are there any other questions for Ryan? Then I would entertain a motion for approval of amendment number one in the amount of $45,940 to the U1212 State Road 57 and Kansas Road Sanitary Sewer Replacement Professional Services Agreement with IBNL USA Inc.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. I vote aye, the motion carries.
Thank you.
Next, under new business is to approval of the interlocal agreement between the City of Evansville, Board of Public Works, and the Evansville Water Sewer Utility for City of Evansville Solar Energy Projects. This is being recommended by Kenny Penny. Keith Finney, excuse me.
Good afternoon, President Hydorn, members of the board. So this agreement is something that we've been working on for some time now, and to facilitate the process of bringing solar to several city facilities. As you know, the utility's been exploring this option for just over half a year now that we've been working on. The city is interested in doing the same. Their spans across various departments, and we feel like the reason we're getting involved is we feel like we can facilitate this process as a larger package, be more efficient, better cost savings for them, having one entity manage the process for them, which would be us. And this agreement is giving us that ability to do so. The city is under strict timeframes that they have to meet to make this happen. And we feel like that we have the potential to meet that need. And this agreement, upon review here, would go to Board of Public Works this Thursday for their review and approval, and then it would move on to City Council on Monday. But we feel that this is a good opportunity for us to help the city meet their energy goals with increased cost. Bills aren't going down, and the city will not, or the utility will not be out of any cost. We are going to provide upfront funding for this, but we will be paid back. That's noted in the agreement as well. They over a 6-year term, they'll plan to use their energy savings to pay that back. Now, a lot of these projects, we have tax credits. By meeting certain deadlines, we can get up to 50, potentially 60% tax credits. So we feel that most of the projects we can get reimbursed up to 60% on them. And we just feel like this is a good initiative for us to go after and try to make happen. And like I said, it'll be at no cost. The money that we are providing for this, we have a debt service reserve account that we hold for all of our bonds. We keep roughly $52 million in that, and it draws a lot of interest. And when it gets overfunded, we pull that money out. And we pulled money out this year. So we've set that aside to go toward this process and to do this. So it doesn't impact us financially or anything like that. So I'm looking for your approval to enter into this agreement with the city to push this process forward.
Does this agreement include the solar work we were going to do at the wastewater treatment plant?
No, that'll be its own.
So separate.
Yep. And since we were working on that and putting that together, it was another reason why it felt we could facilitate this quicker, because we've already been working on that. The specifications for the quotes and everything, we've already been building that. So we're hoping that what we've been doing for the utility, we can apply it very quickly to the city projects. There's an Exhibit A on the end of the agreement that lists, I believe there's 12 facilities on there. Doesn't mean we're going to do all 12. We're going to review all 12 of those and see which one give us the best return of investment for the city. And that's what we plan to go with. So it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to do all of those.
This isn't anything for the utility. This is utilities, just a representative from the city.
Yes.
We're more or less handling it is through our project group to go put stuff in. We're going to bring our partners that we have in our others, and excuse my voice. I've been losing it slowly, but Keith didn't think I had enough to do. He's like, hey, can you do one more thing and help the city? And we're going to put a BOT method together, same like we're doing ours, except we're going to keep them separate. And we have to because of the way the grants and stuff work.
Does it really bother that you added something else to his load?
No, it doesn't bother him at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I've lost some sleep over it, but Sean and his team is very capable of handling this, and I feel that we'll be able to pull through.
He's been buttering me up for about 2 weeks.
Yeah. Let's see. Do we have any more questions or comments?
Okay, I did have a question. So the city facilities is where you're going to place solar?
Yeah, that list is the locations that we've identified so far. We may identify another facility during this process, but these are ones that just been identified so far that would benefit from solar. Yes.
So how will we know what the outcome is going to be or how the progress is going? Are you guys going to report back so we can see what the data is that you collected? on how well this is working?
Yes, because we'll actually be bringing these proposals back before you, before we move forward with it. I mean, we have our selection process. We will bring that before you before we move on to the next step. So we will still act like we normally would. And we're doing this in coordination with Robert from the Controller's Office.
Uh-huh.
So he's a representative from the city, and we'll be involved with him. But you will be aware of what's going on, and we'll be before you again before something goes out the door.
So I mean, just to keep us aware, the community is aware of what the solar impact could potentially be
Absolutely.
with these facilities. And
Yes.
that goes along with what he's asking, I guess, kind of sort of. Right, maybe?
Yeah, and when Ed's asking about the other solar projects that we're doing,
Yeah.
and as I think maybe the next board meeting will be bringing, that proposal, forward or request to advertise.
I'm just curious about the results for the solar.
Yeah.
See how well it will work versus the other
And-
options that we have.
And that's part of the goal. So when Keith came in and explained how we potentially could help the city save on electrical costs and stuff, and at some of these locations, we had to step in. So we're gonna bring our resources. We're gonna do what we do every day and help them.
I think we should just kind of keep everyone abreast of what you're doing and how you guys are moving with the solar, kind of as a forerunner.
Okay.
Outside of the other projects.
Okay.
This will be addressed.
Actually, that's how Keith got me.
Yeah.
It is interesting when you look at some of the locations and
Yeah.
stuff.
just to see. All right, we're going to carry on.
But Keith's gonna owe me before this is over. I just want to get that out there.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Do we have any other questions or comments? Seeing none, then entertain a motion to approve of the interlocal agreement between the city of Evansville, the Board of Public Works, and the Evansville Water and Sewer Utility for City of Evansville solar energy projects.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Vote aye and the motion carries.
Thank you.
New business under the sewer is to approve a new professional service agreement in the amount of $150,927 to Burgess and Nipple for Bernhardt Crossing Lift Station and Forced Main Improvements Phase 2, Project U1239, being recommended by Mitch Ferguson and Ryan Meyer. If you wouldn't let him have the day off, we wouldn't have done this.
No problem to cover it.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Go for it.
Thank you. I'm seeking your approval of this new engineering services agreement with Burgess and Nyepel. This is one of the planned projects in our capital improvement plan to affect the east side collection system. This site is located on the east side along Oak Grove Road, immediately south of Lowe's. So this is an agreement that engages Burgess and Nyepel to perform the design of phase 2 of the Burkhart Crossing Lift Station Improvement Project as a whole. This scope includes the typical survey, easement acquisition, design deliverables, permitting, bid support, and some construction-based services. This phase 2 specifically focuses on the lift station itself. As you recall, phase 1 was project number U1206 that was completed in the middle of 25 by Coberstein, which addressed force main improvements. So this is effectively a continuation of that work with an emphasis on the station itself. These improvements are required to increase the capacity of that station ahead of future upgrades to Eagles Lift Station, and does build upon what was accomplished as additional capacity through the first phase. Burgess and Nyepel was the designer on phase 1, so this naturally makes sense to retain them for a continuation of these phase 2 services. They had already progressed this to an earlier milestone, 30 to 60% design. So this agreement officially keeps them on board for completion of that work, advancing into bidding. This design is anticipated to be completed in 26 and bid in 26 still, with construction in either late 26 through early 27. This is also, from an accounting perspective, this is an effective way to better capture this second phase for capitalization of what the entire cost to put this project forward is. I will note that the original purchase order for the design agreement of phase one had a deduct of nearly $100,000 that included this scope. So effectively, this is just adding around $50,000 of additional money to complete the design of this phase two in this independent agreement. With that, I would recommend approval of this agreement to Burgess and Ipoh, and I'll entertain any questions you may have.
A little back history in this one, if you'll remember when we were doing this, we'd planned to do both projects at the same time. The private development side came in, we had a developer, we needed to get something moving fast so we could create some sewer capacity to help those apartments and stuff in the promenade area and help us finish filling that out. Mitch and Brent and that team was able to help us do that, but we had to split it into two projects. That also bought us some time to slow down on the pump station because it's at Lowe's. There's some unique things there. That's why we're back now to finish getting the rest of the capacity in the station, which opens up a little more of the capacity north of Oak Grove. Up past the fields up around Accuride and that area. There's some space left. So the backstory was kind of, they split it at my recommendation, helping us figure out to get a developer, and it worked out. We're just back to finish it up, which means two bids.
Do we have any more questions, comments? Then I would entertain a motion for approval of a new professional service agreement, the amount of $150,927 to Burgess and Nibbles for cart crossing lift station and forced main improvements, phase two, project U 1239.
So moved.
Okay. All those in favor, thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Vote aye and the motion carries.
Thank you.
We now go into miscellaneous announcements and information and updates. First, does anyone on the board have anything that they would like to bring up and discuss at this meeting? Okay. Now we'll go to the executive director, who has, I'm sure, words of wisdom.
I really don't have any words of wisdom today. Today we were able to continue trying to put together plans for field studies for the groundwater effort, and I'm sure we'll be having more news for the board in the coming weeks as we continue working. Any other executive staff members?
I'm losing my voice, and the only people happy about that is probably the staff.
They are. Okay. Dan, Bob, Keith.
Yes, I have something. So regarding to the solar agreement that we just brought before you, the city's under a different time constraint than what the utility is when it comes to getting this process rolling. Because the utility started site preparation work back in December for solar, we qualified a different time schedule than what the city. The city's not getting things moving until this year. So they have a time constraint. They have to meet of July the 3rd. And if you look at how many board meetings we have left between now and then, there's only 3. So we are asking approval to go ahead and put out advertisements on May the 22nd for city solar projects. We weren't able to get it on this agenda ahead of time because, like I said, this is moving fast paced. But we're kind of asking for approval from the board that once we get our packages put together, we want to go ahead and advertise on May the 22nd. And then, like I said, we'll bring those results back to you. But by not having to wait till May the 26th and then meeting that next deadline for advertisements, this gives us more time to meet our window. So I'm asking for approval to go ahead and advertise on May the 22nd for city solar projects.
So the one stipulation that I asked Keith when we finally went into this was there is a deadline that they need to get the maximum benefit. I need as much everything's gonna go as quickly as I can. So as soon as I can finish the BOT and get it to the street and advertise, that's what we need to do to try to hit the July 3rd deadline. So, we're hoping to finish this BOT for that and these locations next week. And we want to advertise as quickly as we can to give ourselves as much time and grace so that we have time to come back, because we have to go through the selection process. We have to go through the award process and get somebody on board before those deadlines. It's already the middle of May.
So, after Board of Public Works approves this agreement, then all the bidding is going to come to our board and not Public Works or anybody with the.
Yes.
It's being handed off to us.
Yes.
What are we advertising? Are we advertising for all 17 projects?
Yes. That's part of it, why we want some time, because we're trying to take a huge undertaking very quickly for the city. And it can mean up to 20% savings for that in reimbursement. Yes,
And
We'll get reimbursed.
yes,
yes, and part of the reason that we're in this tight window right now is that money we got back from the debt service interest, we had to get approval to utilize that money because we have agreements with IFA, because we receive SRF loan and funding, and they have certain stipulations about money being exchanged between a municipality and the city. So we had to get approvals on that. We wanted to do our due diligence on that. And we just got that not even a few weeks ago. So that's why we're pushing right now so that's why we're in this time.
So do you want that motion to go?
if I can have the motion to advertise as soon as I finish the BOT, I would love to. Because it will give us an extra week or so that we may need. I don't know.
This is just to have the bids back by a certain
Yes,
time.
this way I can
And
get,
get awarded, but not to have the work completed.
Right. Just to bring them back to you, because we're still going to bring them back to you.
July 4th, I've got to get these under contract.
Oh, okay.
So there's two board meetings in June, June the 9th and June the 23rd. I mean, we're going to push really hard to get here by the 9th, but I don't think that gives a full 2 weeks. So it's probably going to be the 23rd.
And it's because of the magnitude. If it was one site, it would be one thing, but we're going to ask these people to go look at 17 sites and make proposals on 17 sites. They've got work. We've got to evaluate the work in the proposal. I'm going to need all the time I can get.
So the contract has to be awarded by
The last board meeting.
Well, there's a spending requirement.
I mean, I get the tax credits, I get all that, but in order to apply to get those, it's gotta be awarded, right?
We got to award it by June 23rd, and then we actually have to have payment, not full payment, a certain percentage of payment has to be made.
To the contractor.
To the
They'll award it,
contractor.
bid.
Yes. By July the 3rd, that has to be done.
Well, I guess now the other question is, are you awarding all jobs to one contractor, or is it gonna be kind of one of those things to where?
That's the initial goal. It won't be all jobs because we can't fund all 17. But in that selection, when we come back, we will show exactly which ones we've chosen and the contractor that's been picked.
Based off of the entire, off the bid.
Yes.
Entire.
I would love to fund every one of those for the city. We know we don't have that funding.
But you will base it off of the bids that you receive
Correct.
and select whoever.
And then we'll bring them back to you guys.
Who has designed these different projects? Who designed?
That will be part of what the
bids
DOT,
will be.
they will have to design them. That's
a
part of the
design
reason I need
build?
some time.
Yes.
Right. They actually have to build it, operate it, prove it works, and then transfer it before they get the final payments.
And that'll all be in the bid package and.
Yes. Yep.
Okay,
It's,
then it becomes a question of they want a motion today, then you going to make the motion then? Keith?
Can I?
Think what you want.
I would like a motion to put out to request for advertisement for the city solar projects.
So moved. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I was in the room, but out of the room. Let's go through that again, please.
I would like request a motion to advertise, the city solar projects by May the 22nd.
So moved.
Okay, have a set, or a motion, or
I would like to make a motion to accept. Yes.
you just need the second, and we'll move on.
Okay. Well, then I second.
Okay, are you all right? Or do you think, or you
He
want?
made he made the request. He now makes the motion to accept. I second. Or either, no, yeah, so it's good. Yeah.
Yes.
I see Marco shaking his head, so I think we're covered.
I made sure of it.
Okay, is there any further discussion? Would the secretary read the motion? Oh. Would you come to the podium and give us your name and,
Yeah, my name is Casey Sellers. I live at 1327 Southeast Riverside Drive. And water and sewer guys used to cut the grass in the back.
okay, excuse me. I'm sorry, I thought this was part of what we were dealing with. Give me just a minute to
You
finish
guys
what I'm
finish up.
doing and I'll call you back.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we've had discussion. So, all those in favor of, the motion, to, go ahead and bid, the solar project,
Advertise the solar projects.
advertise the solar, May 20 what?
Second.
22nd. Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. I vote aye and the motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for more work, Keith.
Okay, now, with the gentleman that was here just a moment ago,
Sorry.
again, state your name and
My name is Casey Sellers. Live at 1327 Southeast Riverside Drive. Before water and sewer was cutting the grass in the back over there behind B Sloop. And they haven't been cutting it lately. And I was just wondering if you guys were still gonna do that or something you guys were gonna have somebody else do. You might not even know about it.
We still cut the grass. We're just a little behind on some of the things that we do because it's done by our maintenance crew. So
Oh,
if it's
okay.
along B Slough, we still cut them.
Okay, cool. It was getting kind of high and I was just wondering if they were gonna cut it this year. Or just checking on it.
That's the plan.
just ahead of us. Okay,
So before because he's of the community, when do you think we would be able to? Well,
get your question answered.
no,
You cut that or the,
We'll get with the maintenance crews to see where they're at. We'll see where it is and try to get it up the list.
I think that's what he probably wanted to hear and someone to be on it. So thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there anyone else in the audience that has any comments they'd like to bring before this board? Then our next scheduled meeting will be May the 26th of 2026 here at the pump station. And with that, if there's nothing else, then I would entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Okay.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
aye.
Opposed, same sign. I vote aye and the motion carries. The meeting is now adjourned. Thank you for your time.